people literally believe that this is the best that we can do. Philosopholutionist is someone who philosophizes on ways to revolutionize the world. The book is essentially about changing the world. It's about changing the perception of the world. It's about changing the perception of who we are, what we're capable of, and the systems that govern the world. Too many people are stuck in the mind frame that we need government the way it is, it can't be changed. We need money the way it is, it can't be changed. So this book is about showing people different ways we can do things to get them out of the mindset that we are trapped, that there's no way out. I wrote it so that people would understand that we're capable of so much more. I wrote it because I'm sick of the suffering that's going on in the world because of the current system. This is not our greatest potential. We just don't have the philosophies, we just don't have the ideas out there that we can implement to reach our greatest potential. And so I had to write it, and I was compelled to write it because every day going to work, just knowing within your soul that the world and life is so much more than the existence that you currently hold is frustrating. It's torturous. The tactical thing to do was to write down ideas that we could use, we could implement, and also ideas that would change the mindset of people and say, look, I know that you believe that the monetary system is fixed and it's almost like this eternal thing that can't be changed, but it's not. It's just an idea. I know you think government is fixed and that can't be changed, but it's not. It's just an idea. All these systems are just ideas, and so I wanted to get into the minds of people and change how they perceive the world, change how they perceive themselves as well, so that they would understand that we can do so much more, that they're capable of more, and that they can contribute to us as we advance towards our potential. The first step to real change is the change within. It's mental, it's emotional, it's the reformation of the ego, it's the dispelling of fears, it's looking at yourself and understanding who you are, what you're capable of. That's why my book starts with mental change, and then I go into systematical after that. Field theory is an educational system that I came up with, which allows children to choose what they would like to study in high school. They'll be choosing something like environment, health, trades. They'll be choosing the actual field itself, learning science, maths, English, all those standard traditional subjects, but within the context of that field, within the field that they are passionate about. So essentially they're going to school and learning something that they want to learn. What you'll find is that more kids become specialized in these fields. It's easier for them to get into university, it's easier for them to go into higher learning, and they'll be well prepared to go out into the world and find jobs straight after high school. The new democratic model is something that I came up with, which is an idea to make government smaller. It is based around the Council of Elders theory. Essentially, when you vote for a council member, then that council member will come together in the council. You'll then vote for that person to go to the regional council, then they'll go on to a parliament, and the parliament, depending on the size of the population, will be very small. We're not going to have 100, 200, 300 people in parliament. We're going to have a few leaders there, like you might find in a cabinet ministers, and then spread out throughout the regions you're going to have your other leaders. So they're going to be closer to home, they're going to be looking after the affairs of the regions more, and so it's going to be more focused on those communities. And then at a communal level you're going to have those councils, and it's going to be more interactive with the people as well. We don't want to see these people anymore as quote-unquote politicians. We want to see them as public servants, and we want people that are going into these jobs to be public servants. It'll give people more democracy, because we're not going to have people anymore that are just joining with parties. There will not be any parties anymore. Parties will be a thing of the past, and now it's just about the individual. It's about the individual that we're choosing as a leader, and that individual can only get into the National Council if they've gone through a step-by-step process to go through the local, regional, and then if they make it to the National Council, which will also be involving voting by their peers as well. The credit system is where it's at in this book. The credit system is where I really change gears and go to another level. It's about completely abolishing the current monetary system that we're under, the current banking system, the current corporate structure, and their relationship to government. The credit system is essentially a digital, democratized economic model. Its benefit to society is the overarching philosophical principle of the credit system, which will allow the credit system to shape around the will of the people or the goals set out for the people. Services are actually free in the credit system, and by free I mean people don't pay for services, people only pay for goods. There'll be no contract between buyer and seller anymore. When you have credits and you go to purchase something, they simply disappear. Now the person that is in the store, who would normally be counting on those who make profit, won't actually need that anymore, because they'll be getting credits from the credit department for the service that they're providing. They don't need your money. It will redefine the transaction, it will redefine the way we buy and sell things, it will redefine the way services are valued, and allow new entrepreneurs from within that nation to grow. People should read my book if they want to learn a little bit more about themselves. They should read my book if they want to learn about new system structures that we can implement to enhance our lives. I mean, essentially this is what we need to do. We need to evolve. We need to take it to the next level. The old systems are not going to get us to where we need to go now, and we need new ideas now. We need to start the discussion now before it's too late.